live today. So I totally forgot to let you guys know what's going on. I'm setting up a new PC, so I will not be live today.
I've been stuck on this. But the eggs.
Some fun today. I thought we missed it. And that was our brand new.
Here, come on, man. You shoot me, you do?
Before
Here, come. Come on.
Before moving.
My next door neighbor keeps asking.
How did you feel when you got the telegram? Edmund? What's happening? Please be quiet.
Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time.
Slip and fall down the next steep drop. Soon enough, they saw the floor disappearing down again into the 40-foot main drop. In the dark, it was hard to see the bottom, and the two men realized why the first drop was thought of as little more than a nuisance. Eventually, they found some grip holes in the wet rock and began to descend the 40 feet to the cave floor. It was slow going and hard to keep hold of the rock face to the wet mud, but eventually they reached the main part of the cave. Once they were on flat ground again, the two men started exploring the system and sliding through the tunnels in the mud while admiring the glittering walls and large rooms. After an hour or so, they decided it was time to leave, and obviously the only way out was the way they came in, which meant climbing back up the way they came down. The first man managed to get about 15 feet from the bottom when the damp rock slipped through his fingers and he fell backwards to the hard stone floor. He tried to break his fall by landing on his feet, but he felt his ankle snap underneath him as he did. Then a split second later, he felt the full force of the drop on his tailbone. Right away, the other man ran over to check on him and saw that his friend's foot was facing the wrong direction. He'd also cut his head open, but worst of all, he couldn't feel anything from his tailbone down. Obviously, the man needed medical attention right away, but there was no way he was going to be able to climb out on his own anymore. Luckily, the other man managed to scale the walls more carefully, so he managed to get to the surface and call 911 at around 7 p.m. The first people to get there were the Weybridge Fire Department, but as soon as they got there, they knew it was something they weren't trained for, so they called in anybody from the area that they thought might be able to help. This included Steve Hazelton of the Vermont Cave Rescue Network. Steve immediately packed all his gear and set off to the site, while his wife made calls to the best cavers in the area. One of the first to arrive at the scene tied a rope to an old dead tree and sent it down the drops to the floor below. Steve then used it to climb down to the man, along with a hardwired telephone so he could communicate with the service team. Soon after, more cavers turned up and they attached a more secure rope and a belay line so they could climb in and out of the cave more easily. Next, they went inside and replaced the weak anchor points that were already there with 4 much stronger anchor points. These, taken together, would be strong enough to take the weight of a man being lifted out of the cave. But there was still another issue. At the top of the main drop and the bottom of nuisance drop, there were points where the cave narrowed to as little as 14 inches. There was no way to get him through there while he was immobilized. They had to cut away some of the rock. One of them...
First one that said the N-word gets a Tommy.
I didn't hear it. Do it again. Wait, I didn't hear it. Do it again.
It's all good. We'll take it to the dump.
Skiing. Yeah, bro, you're really good, dude. You're really good. Finish me off.
Gears, man.
Yeah, what the fuck was that, dude? Holy shit.
There's another dude that was chasing after me, but another guy over here that has a gun, so just be careful.
My boy just had a hog on him. You ever been chased by that hog?
Fucking gears, man.
No, you banned. Don't pick me up. Do it. Don't do it. I got a torch. You're banned.
rescue team then brought.
Fuck off, guy. Jesus. Sheesh. Thank you, Chopper.